Yeah, we don't own the rights to this music. No, I wasn't expecting this, was y'all? Yeah. Welcome to the show, y'all. Episode 5, Think and Reflect Podcast Show. Today's show is being sponsored by the one and only Be Here Cleveland. Get your ad placement, you local Clevelanders. Be Here Cleveland will get you noticed. We can help you out on billboards, social media, streaming sites. We can help you with ad placement, and we also put you on our local directory, BeHereCleveland.com. Where is that? Your local ad placement, online directory, and event hosting business. A Deshaun's marketing company. BeHereCleveland.com. Yeah. How y'all doing tonight? Me? We living. Some people, they got their bonus. Yeah, they got I'm going to call it the bonus. Anything that you ain't have to work hard for is a bonus. As long as you know how to work hard for it, literally. Like, once you touch it, make something, do something. Anyhow, on the show tonight, of course, if you're paying attention, if you're tuning in live, priorities over pleasure. That's the title. That's the main topic for tonight. But we're going to hold that off until my new little segment, if you've been paying attention. Time to think and reflect. Y'all call in, chat. Yeah, we're going to be talking about that. Of course, the stimulus check. We all know that's going to get. We just got to talk about that. I wanted to stay away from it, but I'm incorporated. But anyhow, I want to talk about the I'm a sports fanatic. So if you're tuning in, you're listening, I got a sports podcast coming. It's simple to do. We're going to have fun, but I'm going to try to keep the sports away from y'all and let me know. DM, comment, send email, info at Think and Reflect. That's TNRPShow.com. Yeah, the basketball, of course, NCAA, the tournament coming up, March Madness. They're going to be picking the brackets coming up soon. I went to the first couple, see what they talking about. But it's let me see. I think the Big Ten going strong. We got a strong presence. Oh, we got Toledo. Cleveland State. I don't know how I forgot about Cleveland State. On their way to the tourney. Who they predicting Cleveland State to play first? Houston? I don't know about Houston, but I know history-wise, Houston got they all, that's Drexler and them. I don't really know, but I'm going old school. I done missed it, but I got to roll with my Vikings. We Vikings all the way. Be here, Cleveland. Cleveland State Vikings, we support. The Think and Reflect Podcast Show, we support. The mothership, Deshaun's marketing, we support. Yeah, but I hope you, cause March Madness, this is really for you gamblers, cause we gamble every day. Think and reflect. If you think and reflect on just how you live, we gamble every day, cause it's gonna come. But I don't want people to be thinking like that. We're gonna keep it joyful tonight. Yeah, but we're gonna be talking about that. George Floyd, my fault. I called him George Ford. But George Floyd, his family, they got some money, $27 million. That was the settlement. Getting back to the sports, I skipped a little. Saying we're gonna, I'm gonna mention something. See what's going on with the NFL, the free agency. That's officially about to start next week. These be like the good months when you like the into sports. Then more than just the actual game. Like you look like I'm the type of person, not to get too far away, but I'm the type of person when I play like Madden and stuff like that. I haven't played it in a while, but when I used to play it a lot, I enjoyed the off season more than actually playing the game. I assimilate the season because I be wanting to see how my structured, like, what did I put together? Like, see, I always am the coach, not the player. But I'll be the player coach if I need to. But anyhow, yeah, George Floyd, his family got $27 million. I know your family is priceless, but I'm incorporate that too a little later. But that's something that happened out here. We could think and reflect on that. NFL, and the money, man, the free money. It ain't a lot of money, but it's enough if you been kind of taking care of business during the process of how we've been restructuring the society. That's gonna be free money to a lot of people because when that first little round came through, and but I'm gonna hold that off. But we're gonna get back to this NCAA. That's what I want to start the show off with when it comes to the show, because basketball is one of them sports that will keep you in shape. I need to start playing it more myself, because basketball is one of them. That's probably the best overall conditioning sport because you're using your legs, your arms. You're running, you're jumping. Like, everything is involved when you play basketball. That's why basketball dudes are always looking slim and fit. It's very seldom you see a chunky basketball player. You might see a big one, but you don't see them chunky too often. There was a few made it to the league. Rest in peace, Tractor Trailer, former Cavalier at one point. Michigan, but they still suck like my boys over at 92.3, The Fan. Them my boys over there when it come to local. But y'all better tune in and see what I got to say, because this voicing your opinion it's still the same mindset, but I'm going to give it a different aspect. Did that sound? So be looking out for it. Yeah, because I like sports. You could talk sports all day. Sports easy to talk about. Sports easy, and people like to talk. See, some people think and reflect. We just started, but the conversations is gonna the topics is gonna get realer and realer because it comes with growth, and I'm growing. Like, I ain't where I want to be. We all, we don't know who we is. Well, I ain't gonna say who we is or are. Excuse my language, but we set goals, but we don't be realizing how broad our opportunities and when you put change, because like I be telling y'all, I'm gonna tell y'all a little bit about me every show. I'm gonna slide something in, because I done been through it for. I always could say I could do better. You know what I'm saying? And it's a lot of people that probably be listening out of my fans that listen regularly. And I know y'all, I got me some regulars. But, it's like change, like, man, I never was a knucklehead, like, intentionally. It was just bad decision making. You know what I'm saying? Just, not thinking outside the box. but I was inside the box when I was really an outside the box thinker. Because I'm always the one with the let's try this, let's try that. You know what I'm saying? Like other people, and I kind of put it in action, but like decisions mean a lot. But yeah, the NCAA basketball, Ohio State, I didn't know they was gonna get that ranking. They didn't got a number 2 in the South. Oh yeah. Let me see. We got Texas. Texas usually be hooping. My boy, what's my boy from Tennessee, man? He was in the RDAP pro. If y'all know what the RDAP is, that's one of I done been through it, so I kind of mastered that program. They tried to. I already know they had it on file. Like we can't let him because he's so used to rising to the top of the chain. They call the chain of command. Every successful structure has a chain of command. But anyhow, my boy, he was in RDAP when he a big Tennessee fan. But we in the same bracket. If O State wind up meeting up with him, I'm going to pick with him on Facebook. What's my boy name? That's my boy. He was a real good dude, Caucasian. Yeah, he was a good one, though. Yeah, O State. We got Purdue. We got another hometown, Toledo, that, rooting for the state. But, Baylor number 1, so I ain't familiar with Baylor. They get the bye week. That bye week hurts sometime unless the team hurt, to me. If the team healthy and they balling out and they got to do a bye week, that's bad, especially for a tournament. I put in a suggestion with however they do it, a request to make it my choice. Get what I'm saying? If I want to make it a bye week or not, maybe I want to keep rolling. We don't need the rest right now. Yeah, NCAA bracket. Who you got? Like I say, I'm Cleveland State first. I know Ohio State got a better chance, but first Cleveland State, Ohio State. I might even go. I'm gonna go Ohio State second. Then I'll fuck with Toledo. Toledo always been weird to me. They cool. I done met some cool cats from Toledo, but it's always different. It always just felt different. But yeah, I'm gonna go Ohio. Let me see if we got somebody else in over here. I don't see nothing. Who y'all got though? Comment, chat, call if you want to. 216-632-3917. NCAA tournament. The actual bracket day is the 14th. The 14th. Oh, that's Sunday. Yeah, so we'll know the official bracket. This is just more like a prediction. I thought the Big Ten was strong. They got like 2, 3. Oh, they strong though. They done they got the whole Big Ten in the tournament. Whew. Purdue, Iowa, Ohio State, Illinois. Michigan State, Michigan. I think there's one more in there. It might be. Yeah, but that's what the NCAA tournament. Tonight I was gonna really get on some, you know what I'm saying. But I like to keep because I don't want to. It's more about current events. But the current event I want to talk about because of course I have the. I don't want to use them words because people get. But the way the structure is, I can make decisions. What's to discuss? We can talk about the crap, but come on, we gonna stay on top. Y'all call in, send some DMs, make some suggestions. But we gonna move on. But before we move on, I got a fun fact for y'all out there. Did you know? Let me see if I still got all the information up. Oh yeah, but these guys, the crew. But I used to enjoy this show too. I still will probably watch this show because it's something about the humor, man, and to me it makes you think. And then the one character really was the smartest, but they made her play the goofy role. But she was really like the jail. Like, that's kind of how I feel a little bit about my community where I come from. I really feel like my presence, not to sound cocky or arrogant, and I ain't even saying I'm the man. I ain't never been the man. Never wanted to be the man. I just always wanted to have something in life, and I still do. That's why I changed my life, and I'm growing. So for those out there that setting expectations or whatever, it's a process. But anyhow, I feel like my presence has created a burden. My presence not being there has created a burden in my community because I was kind of always that guy that mingled with everybody, so I kind of kept a little peace amongst the corners, the four corners, because they be thinking of where I come from, the title is just a number. It's really these four corners. But anyhow, the show that I'm talking about, and these guys ain't, as long as we got television, internet, or however they do the syndication rules, these people started off. And I would have been appreciative of that fee, but they felt like the show was such a success, I'm figuring. They was like, look, but look how they did it. They went in there as a team. So the next year, they started off making $22,000 a show. This is serious. I told y'all this is a show. They started making $22,000 the first year. It jumped from $22,000 a show to, they say as a team, look, man, we ain't we need a raise. We found out y'all making this much, so the next year they started making $100,000 a year per each episode. Some of y'all that might tune in or listen later, y'all probably know what I'm talking about because this is a very well-known show. Like, the name still is relevant, even in fashion. Like with the T-shirt world. And speaking of fashion, don't forget to visit the website, BavariansClothingCollection.com. To rule the kingdom, you must tame the jungle. Anyhow, yeah, we got ad space going. You want your space right there? DM me, email, just contact, reach out, get in touch. We're going to get your brand out there because we have so many avenues. But getting back to the point, these people went from $22,000 to $100,000. That, and a show, so each season probably got 10 to 13 shows, like on average. That'd be like the average. Depending, it was a new show at the time, so I need to do the search on that. But we could talk about that another time. But anyhow, this supposed to have been a quick little thing. But the cast from Friends, yeah, Friends. That's a silly show, and my favorite character is Phoebe. That's the one. They make her goofy, but she really the one, the smart one. But anyhow, by the time the show was over with, each cast member was making $1 million per episode. The whole crew. What it was like, they started, the main starter was Phoebe, Joey. Them the two main ones. What's What's the Rachel? Man, what's the goofy one name? The one that went with Rachel. Wow, I used to watch this show. See, but anyhow, by the end of the show, when it was coming to an end, they was making $1 million a show. By even now, guess how much this is the part that I really want y'all to know. This is the fun, super fun fact about it. These people generate on average $20 million a year since the show stopped even being like current, like just off of their syndication, which is only 2% per show. These people, the cast members, still generate almost $20 million a year just from off of. It ain't that crazy. Is that if that ain't kick your feet up living, I don't know what else is. That's why that's why we don't see them. You'll see them pop up sometimes. The cast from the Friends, you'll see them sometimes, but they like, man, look, I'm about to boy, priorities over pleasure. They went in there, and ever since they put that mark down there, but they gave the people what they want. That's why they got paid, because they gave the people what they want, and that's the goal. When it comes to it, we got to give the people what they want. We got to give them what they want. You know what I'm saying? You know what you want, so that's already so. But depending on what you trying to do to generate a better life, rather, or living better, you got to give the people what they want. Like, it's a process, because you got to get people to know you, know who you is, what you're doing, what it is you got for them, how you can help them. Because that's the key to any business. Is it a solution? Like, is this helping people? The product or the service gonna make it better? So that's the field of business I'm in. That's why I even started the Shines Marketing. Getting back to me. So for some of you out there that's listening, so you'll know what it's all about. Like, cause you got people, when you come from a certain environment, they don't, not that you want people to expect anything out of you, but that's the whole problem. They set the expectations on you, so they freezing you with their mind, basically, or they freezing your or even their own capabilities. But they be thinking, hold up, we got a caller calling in right now tonight, y'all. Let's see who's calling tonight. Thanks for calling in to the Think and Reflect podcast show.
What's going on, brother?
How you doing tonight?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Yeah. We talking about these. You called us at the moment we was talking about. Was you listening in, or you just called in?
I just called in. I really wanted to call in. I was trying to get live with you, so I want to call in on the topic. What's the topic?
Oh, at the moment we was talking about how the cast from Friends, like, they getting paid $20 million a year just from off syndication.
Okay.
Wow, ain't that's a kick your feet up situation right there, ain't it?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, but the main topic tonight, though, but the main topic on the Think and Reflect, because we could get straight to the main topic. I was about to talk about the NFL a little bit, but we can talk about that next weekend, because I'm pretty sure it's going to be a splash the 17th. Oh, yeah. So by next Friday, we going to know new players on new teams, so that'll be a little bit more exciting. But the main topic tonight is priorities over pleasure.
Okay.
Yeah, but may I ask who's calling?
This is your one of your best. This guy,
Nah, you know I know who you is, brother. I'm just having a little fun with you, working on my craft.
Exactly. So I'm all supportive of it.
Yeah, but the topic tonight though is priorities over pleasures. How you feel about that?
yourself. You can only love people when you love yourself. So,
Yeah, it starts with yourself.
right. So, as far as like topics, and everything, I understand that it's like you have to start with yourself, and we gotta start a trickle down type of nature. We was taught to a certain way. We have to unlearn ourselves and relearn ourselves.
Yeah, that's the goal right there. Especially when you had them like created them bad habits, because we all create bad habits that we don't realize until it done affected our life some type of way.
Right. I'm a witness to it. I've been up, I've been down, and then of lately, being 43 years old, speaking to the young, I can honestly say that you're right. Like you say, it's priorities over pleasure. A lot of these young guys that come in the game, they don't know too much. They wet behind the ears. They look at pleasure over priority. And we all became victims. Like I said, you said it yourself. And I can say it myself that we chose to choose or directions in life that wasn't probably the best for us, but trust me, I seen a quote today, basically, and it was talking about like how young guys, they talk about, oh, my life over, and they're only 24 years old.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Yeah. Because you remember that saying they used to say, like, coming from the community we come from rather, because we still love where we come from. But they say, they ain't expect, it came to a point where they ain't expect the average, inner city youth to live to a certain age. Like, it was almost expectancy. So for us to be where we are, and made it as far as we are in life, and be like people that seek knowledge, you know what I'm saying? Because that's what make us buddies, because we always like to reach and learn, and you know what I'm saying? We like to,
reach back.
yeah, and then we delegate with each other, and we talk, and we get it from each other experiences, how we can, it's basically like how they say, man sharpen man like steel sharpen steel. Yeah, so as long as when you surround yourself with them type of people, that's almost a priority over a pleasure, because you can easily go to the club and kick it with the party goers, and you might find a couple in the crowd that might. Yeah, it's that society of people ain't really they didn't reach their plateau. They cool. They done made it to what they was trying to achieve, a good night for the the weekend or whatever. Yeah, and that I didn't experience that. That wasn't the goal, but what I learned because I done been in a few little programs where like life skill programs, and they'll let you know like the lifestyle can be just as addictive as a drug. Yeah. So people be not realizing that they done got addicted to a certain way of living and forget that it's it's better. Yeah, like it's always opportunity for better.
Right. Like you, I respect your platform. I respect everything you're trying to do. I know your heart.
Thank you.
You know who I am, man.
Yeah.
You said people call it anonymous. I'm always gonna keep it like a certain way with you. And I had to unlearn myself, and I'm still learning. You never could learn enough.
Yeah, learning that's a lifelong process. That I learned that some years ago. Like, and when I heard that, when I seen that, I'm like, man, you know what it is. Like, you will never know.
So
no one doesn't know everything, so it's always something to learn.
So can I ask you a question?
Yeah, what's that?
What made you want to do this podcast and be who you are?
Yeah, the podcast thing is I've been wanting to, because I like to I don't want to just say talk, because I've been planning on doing podcasts or little radio or whatever, because I done had a few hosting, I done got to a point where, okay, let me go ahead and express my thoughts because I feel like I'm very informative, and if I don't know something, I know it's a way to go get informed. You know what I'm saying? So I want to give back, like how you were saying with the youth. You know, me and you, we had started something, and you know, it went to like it ain't go the way we probably wanted it, but I still went off and kind of. You know, but you know, of course, you gonna always be part of this of the process.
Right, but it's all about growth. You know.
Yeah, but the together for one, like I just, yeah, I just got some. I was gonna mention that tonight too. I was gonna let the people know.
And I know earlier I was following you, and I seen you really want to talk about financial and things of that nature.
Yeah.
And that's a lot of what these little cats don't understand. They think a Gucci belt or that's not where it's at.
Nah. See, that ain't that. You know, if they want to wear a Gucci belt, that's on them. But in the process of wearing the Gucci belt,
is it a status?
That's the it might be a look. It's always status. You know what I'm saying? But that's like a lifestyle. Like it's a partner, a old buddy, like associate. Or what we used to call Goofy Ab, Wacky Ab. But then one day, man, he was having a discussion. He was like, and he was like, yeah, it's a society of everything, you know. And when you think about it, yeah, it's a society of people that just do. Like it's like a group of people, societies within societies. Like it's all different. Like basically, you really your own society. You your own world, you your own universe, and then you just bring people to it.
I'm sorry, sir.
Yeah.
Even on your platform, because what I want to say is you're right. Because every man is entitled to do what and whatever they want to do. So sometimes even the guys that wear the Gucci belt, that's a lesson to another young guy. It's see the whole thing. I think is study. Like you study whatever it is you want to be. I believe everybody can be successful. I believe every man can be successful. You know, if you wear a Gucci belt.
Yeah, but not to cut you off, because you keep saying the Gucci, the Gucci belt.
No, I'm just using.
Like I'm not a Gucci belt. Like I wear a Gucci belt, but like I say, it's the process of how did you get the Gucci belt. Like that's when you say how you mention finances. Like, as I learn, of course, I'm going to teach people what I know because it's things, it's almost like, and then you got to kind of keep up with the laws. Like, you can't, like, a person might have a financial lesson from 10 years ago, but, we get a new president every 4 years in this country. So within, if you don't jump right on the law when it changed, you will miss out on whatever that was. You get what I'm saying? Like it changes. So you gotta stay current with the finances. But my platform is more. Let's just talk about whatever's going on. If it gets into a conversation, but I'm gonna give you some topics because it's a show. You got to be organized. That's one key to growing the organization.
Respect your lane because it's like you trying to show people in a different light. Just be yourself.
Yeah, that's like the thing. Of course, you got to be you first of all to do anything outside of the box. Like I was saying earlier tonight, most people live inside that box that everybody is familiar with, or whatever your community teaches you, because it's based on your community and the people that surround you. Like, for instance, you might get taught to be the thug. You might get taught to be the fly guy. You might get taught to be the hard worker that just 9 to 5. You might get taught to be the business. It's what you surround yourself with. Because when we continue to blame others, we can't grow because we constantly. That's the only time people. That's how I know I started growing. Once I realized I can't, like, I got to know how to say, man, my fault. It was my, and take a look at yourself. Like that's when I started growing because I never really blamed no one, but I would find like reasons why I thought they was reasons, but they really are excuses because once we get a certain age, once we find out that we can seek knowledge and find it and then be able to apply it because it's always there. Like, say for instance, you say what now?
It's like you like a true and living God in your own life.
Yeah, that's how we are. You the God of the plan anyway, but that's almost like another. We gonna keep like say for instance the say you promote yourself to be able to help people with your skill set or skill sets. For you to even like if when people start businesses or what you want to call it. If you start a business trying to think like how much money you gonna make, that part then you ain't gonna have no thrill with the business. Like soon as you ain't making no money, you gonna give up on it. You ain't gonna want to do it no more. But if you got a passion for it, you gonna keep pushing that. You gonna keep pushing and pushing regardless of whatever going on. You gonna keep pushing that because it's more of a passion behind it. But getting back, pause. Oh, look, getting to the point where I was trying to say is, like the information. Say you say, okay, you selling yourself as a plumber. We're going to use something simple. You selling yourself as a plumber. Bam. You only probably been plumbing. You even went to school, but even like we were just speaking on, you can always continue to learn. So, it's always, especially with the way that times change, the materials and everything change. But with getting to it, you can always go find the information you need to continue to build on your craft or your skill to get better at it.
Well, I'm gonna say something like that. I'm not to cut you off.
No, you are.
That something you showed me, and I used to be like, I'm gonna keep it all 100 if I can say something you show. I was like one way directed. Yeah, I was looking at success. I was like, oh, got it. I'm gonna go this way. This is what I'm gonna do. Whether it was sports or whatever it was. Yeah, it's cool to be self-driven in one way, and you look at one thing because you're supposed to focus on one thing if that's what you really want to do. But I also had like
I don't think that's the that can't be because you need like to really be like now if you not to cut you off, but I know I just because you said something about the one you supposed to focus on one thing. Like that. No. Cause no, I want. Cause okay, go ahead. Let me feel. Cause I might be misunderstanding you.
I was so focused on one thing, I didn't see. I had tunnel vision, so I didn't understand. Damn, I can invest in stocks, or damn, I can start a business. And then I looked at my pops and things of that nature, where he just worked his whole life. God bless him. I respect him for it. And he showed me one thing: work hard if you want to get. But then he lived a certain life. Me and him had a conversation last week. I said, Dad, we got the internet now. I could sell T-shirts. I could sell music. I could sell a lot of things. But coming up the way certain people came up, including myself, you had a certain lane, and then it was drugs on the other side, which was like degrading. No, how would you put? I want to say the word right. It was self. It wasn't like really.
Yeah, but the priority, that's the whole thing. The priorities. We talking about priorities over pleasure. We done kind of went a little winged off a little too far off the topic because the topic is priorities over pleasure. Like, and we done kind of got off into the personal stories. The thing, not to cut you off, or I understand, but we trying to help the audience figure out priority. What's the priority? Like, okay, you got the working guy, you got the drug dealer, you got the businessman, you got the scammer, whatever they're doing, because it's a society. We done came to the conclusion that it's societies of people. You get what I'm saying? We done got that. We done got that. The thing is, these society of people, when you get a hold, like, say, for instance, now, because I was going to mention this was going to be part of the show tonight, the new little stimulus checks. Like, over the time since the world done slowed down, because the world done slowed down. So, a lot of people, thinkers probably are really thinking right now. Like, they have so much, like, depending on their situation, like, if they benefited, and then the only way you didn't benefit is if you're not a thinker, like how you say presidential thinkers. If you're not that type of thinker,
I wanted to say that, but I didn't want to.
yeah, that's cool. Presidential thinkers, follow, go like the page on Facebook. That's network.
I just want to say this on your show. The only reason I came up with this shit.
Excuse your language, bro. We try to keep the show for the kids. We want the kids to tune in too. Cause we trying to give them good information. We want to stick to these priorities over pleasures. So these people about to get $1,400. $1,400, like you say, T-shirts and whatever else people can do on the internet. Yeah, but you saying, that's the whole key investments, brother. Look, that's already that's part of this script. We running off. We structured over here. You get what I'm saying? We ain't just going. And even when I say I freestyle, I still got like a base topic. But the topics, look, don't take it over. Don't look. You see, tonight is about the main topic is priorities. Give me some examples of priorities over pleasure. How do you plan on building that self-preservation? What is the first step? If that's a priority.
Is slow down and think and go. That's what the presidential thing is. That's what I'm saying. I was like, you know what?
I'm saying, come on, look, no, my buddy. You my buddy, man. So I'm gonna be a little bit aggressive with you. I can't be gentle with you, man, because we know each other. So we trying to find these priorities. I want to stay on topic of the show because I'm gonna wing over too. We got a little bit. We gonna wing over, but I want to know some priorities. I don't want to know about I want to know some real life priorities, like some ideas. Come on, like part of my plan tonight was to mention some ideas that people, because George Floyd, I keep messing the man's name up, I apologize, but George Floyd, his family just received $27 million in the lawsuit. I know ain't no money worth the life of a family member, but now they have it. Now they have it though. What in these times? What are you gonna do with that? Like that's what I say. Now I got the nonprofit together for one. I just finished the paperwork. I can accept donations. I can do charitable events now legally through the state. Dave Youth.
So here's my thing, though.
Yost, how you say his brother name? Yost.
When I always thought, I always had this thinking in my mind. So I go, well, damn, if I ever was to hit big money, I don't even think it'd be about me because I know I'm.
See, we talk about priority. What does that have to do with priorities? See that's the thing. That's the overnight. We don't want to get rich. We don't want to get rich. We want to be wealthy. Wealthy is a mindset. Wealthy is like a collection of knowledge being used.
I told my mother, I told my dad, I said, Mom, I said, I'll give this to the older head of people. I'll say, I'll take my little money. I know I'm cool. I don't care about like luxuries and trying to be shining. I was never that way. I was a quiet dude. I'm stuck to myself. Yeah, somehow I got outside of myself. I understood that. I said, man, and it disturbed me. It disturbed me to this day. I was like, damn, D, you were never like that. So what I told her, I was like, damn, if I hit the Mega Millions, I'll give it to these people, to give it to the other factions of the family, where they want to start business, buy houses, education, and that type of thing.
Okay, yeah, that's great. I'm pretty sure, not to be trying to downplay your thought, because we reflecting. I want to reflect on what you just said. Like we all, I'm pretty sure. I hope the average person hit the Mega Millions give back. That's a lot of money to just come across. Yeah, I'm just saying that's a lot of money, but the thing is, we want to kind of like people, like we want to be more real, like in real time. That's the phrase I'm looking for. We're trying to be in real time. Like we know people about to get a couple of $100. It's enough to invest either in some type of education, some type of opportunity where you can make some more money off of it. You get what I'm saying? That's why I made the title. I was gonna get deeper into the episode. I was gonna make it a little personal episode, but then I changed my mind because I have control of the show because it's a podcast that's ran by me. It's just I get the airwaves, so that's why I don't know why people look. The thing is, listen, man. We trying to help people think like how you just was stated a little bit ago that about you do the stocks. You invest in stocks. Tell them some things. Tell them what you know, because even though it's a process, tell them what you know. Tell them how you can help them with the stocks or something.
I'll tell you. So basically, what I do is, I ain't gonna lie. To keep it over 100 on the show, I used to drink. I used to smoke cigarettes.
Man, we don't want to tell them that. You got some information. We ain't making this the life show of my man Darren. we don't want to make it. We can set up an interview. We can have a special show where we talk about, because I know you was telling me you writing you trying to you got a book you want to do, right?
Right. So
yeah.
What I'm trying to say is, every day I spent money on alcohol and cigarettes, I invest that money in stock. So that's $12 a pack of cigarettes in New York City.
Yeah.
$12 to buy a pack of cigarettes. So I say 12, 24. Actually, I let the Acorn take it. So they take $5 out every whatever. I don't even look at that. Actually, I deleted the whole app. So I just check it every 6 months. It'd be like $150. And I was like, shit, what the hell? Some stocks be $50, some stocks be $40, some stocks be $10. But right now, I invest in electrical vehicles.
That's a good example of priorities over pleasure. You gave up that beer and that liquor and the cigarettes for some stocks.
Some stocks. That's what I was trying to tell you.
Yeah, priorities over pleasure, right there.
So basically, the nickel market is used in the batteries to supply the cars. So basically, you could buy a stock. I forget the name of it. Actually, you can invest in Volvo. So
yeah.
Volkswagen, because they say it's a Chinese market. You got Tesla, and then they have, like I said, but them just the cars. But now you have the battery. You have to invest in the batteries, just because they don't got too many charging stations right now. That's the whole problem with the electrical vehicle business.
Oh yeah, you heard. I seen the one guy. I was looking on Instagram, and the dude had like a carrying cart. He had the carrying cart. I'm hearing you.
Yeah, you know, so basically, you know, it don't take that much, guys. Anybody that's listening out there, you buy weed, sorry, whoever you buy anything that's vulgar, you're just throwing your money away like dust. You smoke it up, whatever it is, it's gone. It's poof, pow, it's gone. But when you invest in a stock, it's for a long term, and that's what you want to invest.
What if it crashed like the recession?
Well, basically, I was down 400 last week, but I'm up 400 this week. Basically, I broke even, but it went from, I'm gonna be honest with you, it went from $65 to, it went to like $30. I'm like, wow, man, I was down $800. But that was done. That's what the market do. It go up and down. But
so what's the other than what's the best? Not the trendy stock, but what's the what's the most common stock that you think?
Well, you probably could buy like gold. You can invest in gold. So when you look at
what other commodities do they have that's like that you can invest in?
The nickel right now.
Gas.
Trendy. The market is always trendy.
Grain. Oh, you know what I think was what I've been reading up that's hot is the agriculture, like farming and stuff like that.
So can I tell a story on your show real quick?
What story is that?
This little video with Warren Buffett. For anybody that listens, anybody that know Warren Buffett.
Man, I'm pretty sure they all know Warren Buffett.
So they asked the man. They say, you know, Warren, if you say something to, like how we talking on your show, to an up-and-comer investor. And he goes, well, basically, he said, you can have a block of gold the size of an apartment building, basically, how he put it.
Yeah.
He said, you know what, I wouldn't buy that. He said, first of all, it's a big block of gold, size of an apartment building. That's how he basically said it, that big. And that, you know, that got to be a lot of money.
Yeah, that's a whole lot of money.
But he said the thing with that is, first of all, you got to buy a buyer. You got to find the buyer. You don't know people that got that money. And, you know, that's only a one sell deal. It's only one sell.
Yeah, but you know you only can buy gold and stuff like that, like in futures, like little packages, like they call futures.
Yeah. Facts.
Yeah.
But he said basically I would buy land. He said because on that land you could have cows, you could
Agriculture.
build shop, you could do many. It's not a one sell. There's a lot of commodities. See, anything is a commodities like milk, gold, oil. That's basically what you call commodity.
Yeah.
Everything else is just like you said. It's like rolling the dice. But I would tell the young guys, anybody like when you buy a chain, yeah, that's probably an asset in a way because you probably could sell the chain for a lot of money, but it's only one sell deal, and that money gonna run out according to your lifestyle.
But what if they did what they needed to do before they bought that chain? What if they got like solid investments that's generate income? Because you know the saying is, and I think it was Warren Buffett that said it, 7 streams of income. It was one of them guys.
Right.
You need like at least 7 streams of income to be like a certified generator of millions of dollars unless you create something that just generates millions of dollars.
That's why he said he wouldn't just buy the block of gold, because he said, I would buy the land because you could build a car shop, you could sell T-shirts, you could.
Yeah, that's almost like when the person say, focus on one thing.
Yeah, what you were saying to me earlier, right?
Yeah.
Right. So that's what I was trying to tell you earlier. I used to focus on one thing. I had tunnel vision. Like, I'm going to run track. I'm going to go to college. I'm going to make this amount of money. I didn't know what the hell else no money was coming from. I just had one set of stream, and then the streets kind of took me because I just started seeing the people in the streets in little cars, and I was praying piece of material.
Yeah.
It's a cloth. It's not wealth. It's not nothing they're gonna like.
Yeah, but I'm saying though, my thing is, I just feel like don't invest in the Gucci belt before you invest in something that could buy the Gucci belt for you.
Gucci belt, right? Exactly.
Yeah, that's all. That's my goal. That's why I'm saying people got free $1,400, man. Everybody down there, the whole country about to get almost at least a $1,400. That's an investment. Like you can make. It ain't no house. It ain't no house. It ain't no house or nothing like that. But it could be spent on some education to learn how to buy a house or how to buy and sell house. Like you get what I'm saying? It's a step to get you closer to if you got a plan or a vision. It can help fund it.
You just said it even better. Even if you don't buy the stock, you better invest in some education, man. Quit letting these dudes fool you and the thing that you see people, the material that you see people have. And, you know, that's what I'm saying. I went through that. I've changed my whole life.
Yeah, that's all. It ain't nothing. That's like how you say. Don't worry about what somebody think about who you are, trying to be somebody for somebody. That's why a lot of people don't educate themselves because they be so busy trying to impress somebody else. Like, man, I ain't got time for that. I'm about to. That's why I can sit here and say, tune into the Think and Reflect podcast show with confidence.
Right.
Yeah, it ain't cockiness or arrogance. It's starting to become. No, I ain't talking about you personally. I'm just talking about generally. Like this goes out for anybody. This is another way to build, because I think I'm an entrepreneur. That's what the Together for One is about. The Together for One is about teaching youth inner city, entrepreneurial and leadership skills.
Well, look, that's why I called in because I'm like, I gotta say something in your show.
What's going on?
I got to a point where I got so frustrated with things. I just became selfish. I was like, you know what? I ain't gonna tell nobody. This is what I do. I don't care. If I fail at what I do, I'm not telling nobody. But see, that'll be selfish of me to go keep these secrets to myself, which I'm still learning from guys like the on Instagram, the Wall Street Trapper. There's a lot of guys, like you said, leisure.
Yeah, it's a lot. That all they did. You know what them people did? They went on and accepted knowledge. Cause I done been in and out the system. Like, I'm pretty sure people, cause my name, I'm Ricky D. Calhoun. Look me up. I'm on a mission. Look, I'm on a mission. Wall Street Trapper, what he did is when he was in there, that boy, when he sat down and he talked to that man, he had that pen, that paper right there. He was taking, some people can store it in their head, but it's better to write it down. Yeah, that's just something I'm learning. I'm not. I don't really share the information say on Instagram or Facebook or something. I will share knowledgeable information that I'm learning. That's not my field, but I could play with that field because I feel like I'm knowledgeable enough to be in it. But that's not my expertise or my trait. That'd be something that I do in the back burner, and then if I got good at it in the long run, then I probably see. I'm talking about it's more like if I can inform you today, if I have some information on some, because I got some quick listen here, but that's a whole nother topic. We just do a real estate show. Let's talk real estate. See, this is the blessings that people have. You could go get your knowledge on the stocks. You could do a stock podcast. If I was into real estate, if that was my plateau, I'd just be talking about how you could get this what they call it, the FHA loans, or you can sell it wholesale, or you can middleman the property. You ain't even got to be a real estate agent to broker houses. You could just start a real estate business. This how simple this stuff is. It's just, do you want to? Is that just gonna be something you want to do. So you got to do what you can do first. Good that you had a passion. You gotta find a passion, brother. Find you a passion. Find you a passion. That passion gonna lead to other things. It will lead to other things, but you got to start somewhere. Ain't nobody gonna start off on top. No one starts off on top, man, unless they was hand fed or they was passed down. No one starts. You got to start somewhere. Yeah, start today if you ain't started yet.
You started today. Tomorrow, you keep counting like, you scared. See, the stock, a lot of people are scared to jump in it.
Man, people buy stocks with Cash App nowadays. Stocks is just there to be bought.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm just saying, like, I want people to think like, okay, that's one way. What's some other?
I'm talking about the stock. What I'm trying to say is, even for the people, no matter if you want to do this or that, I'm gonna say it to the people that's listening. They got a clubhouse. Go on Clubhouse. You start a sportscast. You start anything you want to do. You can talk about it. I sit in the clubhouse. I go to financial groups and I just sit in there.
You don't ask no questions, cause you can ask questions.
That's like if
you want to learn, don't you? You want to know what you don't know, right?
Listen, the point what I'm saying is, you can go in these groups, and if you is a person that's listening, I just told you I was more of a quiet person. I more listen before I talk about some shit I don't know.
Yeah, you ain't talking. You asking about it so you can know. That's what I'm saying.
When I know, I could go, and I'm only going to take a small selected group, and then maybe they could jump out there, and then they can bring me up, but then again, they know, like, yo, this guy taught me. And then they can be like, yo, Darren Spates, that's my name.
So you could go in one of the expert groups, because I mess with Clubhouse. I really be tuning into like the podcast. I tune into like the podcast group, but like say you go into a top of the line expert group where it's just all top dogs in the group. Stuff gonna be flying over your head because you ain't even you done missed the gray area. Yeah, they was going over your head. That's what I'm saying, because you tried to jump to the big dogs.
The one lady said, I don't make nothing but $3,000 a day. She said, if I don't hit my mark, I ain't even mad. She said, but I make $3,000, but you got to know how to option trade.
Yeah, you got to know how to, with the trade, you just got to know how to read candlesticks. You got to study the Fibonacci charts. Yeah, but I learned that for me to be able to talk to you about it, that's because I knew something about it. Like, it's a method to all that. I'm trying to give you, this is like a trait that you really be like talking about. This is a skill you be like, this is something that you like lock in on. So the little bit of knowledge that I do have about it, you know what I'm saying? I try to give it to you because, it goes something. But you be telling me a lot. I be learning a whole lot, but the little stuff that I do know, if I don't hear you mention it, I tell you because, okay, he like this, so I'm going to help him out.
So basically, like I said, for anybody that's listening and wants to chime in, they got growth stocks, you got dividend stocks. Basically, you really want to get into dividend stocks. Growth stocks is something you get in, you make quick money, get out. Dividend, you just keep investing for the long term. They'll pay you every month. Like, they'll pay your bills. You'll get a $700 check every month. As long as you...
What's that, the S&P 500, I think?
S&P 500 is basically the top 500 companies.
Yeah, that's the dividends and stuff, right?
Right, but when you look at it, you got a PE ratio. That's the price to earning ratio. So it's basically like what they earning and the cost. I'll send the link if I could, like, people can follow the link.
Yeah, what's your Instagram? You got an Instagram, right?
Instagram is Mr. 24/7 365. And the only reason I came up with that shit, I came up with all this. Sorry to curse you.
Yeah, but that's the hustle. Like my man Big Kerm, ECMD, he say 25/8.
Right. So all I came up with
He said 25-8. Boy, 25-8. No, not the.
Hey, we going hard tonight, too. So, only reason I came up with 24/7, 365, because that's how I'm going to be.
Yeah.
Always going to see me that way.
Yeah, that's a hustle, though. Anybody. Man, we ain't gonna go there. Don't go there, man. Don't use my platform to express your feelings, man, like that, man. We thinking and reflecting, man. This show is about growth, man. This is about getting us together, man. We ain't about to side. We about to sorority. Is that a word? I said sorority. So that's a priority. That's a priority to you.
My top priority is, like I said, self-preservation. My mother is first. She's always going to be first, you know. And my dad and things of that nature. And then after that, because them the people that taught me, them people that protect me from fighting.
Yeah.
Other than that, like, who am I if they didn't teach? I could have been a wild villain if nobody showed me the rope. I was telling a young kid earlier, like, one of my homeboys out here in Connecticut, I was like, you know, this guy Ted Dan, you know, I'm just going to throw him out there. I'm like, you know, guy saved my life because basically, if I went to Conway, I would have failed. I would have failed out. That's just what it was. And I was like, yo, my dude Rick, he played quarterback. And he was, you know, he tell a story about like how, you know, certain little situations.
Yeah, I got a story to tell. You said you write a book. I got a book wrote in the head. I want to make the ending sound. I want it to be the, you know, I'm still writing. I'm on.
Man, because look, what you doing, man, this platform that you doing, whether, like I said, you know, it's gonna come to you because all we got.
Man, everything is a growth. Like I say, you gotta start somewhere. Like you ain't come out the womb running. You was kicking and screaming. You ain't know what you was doing. Then you figured out how to crawl a little bit. You figured out how to make your arm scoot. Like, okay. Then before you know it, you on your arm, elbows and knees like this, moving around, grabbing. Oh, that's what that is. Then before you know it, you shooting through the house. You amazed at some of the stuff you can do. Yeah, the human being is amazing for real when it comes to this planet.
Basically, what I want to say too, just for you to throw a platform out there. Like I said, most people they weird to it. They ain't used to it because they used to like you know, they listen to rappers and all these. Them are the leaders.
Man, that's entertainment, man. That's entertainment. You better know how to reciprocate the stuff that you hear and see. Like that's part of mastering life. That's one of the keys to mastering life, man. When you could just look at stuff and take it for what it's worth. You get what I'm saying? Like almost that's all that's about, man. I ain't, you know what I'm saying? That's where the individuality come in at. Once people start learning to be individuals, boy. Yeah.
And she was like, you know, she was talking about guys locked in chains. So she was like, you know, there's 11 guys in chains. And she was like, they got chains from their wrist to their legs. But she said, she was talking about one guy though. She was like, she just kept saying he. I'm like, who the hell's he? But she never said who he was.
Yeah.
But she was like, he. And she was like, somehow he lost his self of individuality because he's chained with 10 other guys. He can't go left unless they go left. She can't go when they go forward. He can't. So she said one guy fall down, everybody, the 10 other guys are gonna wait at that one guy.
Yeah.
That's what society do to you.
Yeah, I read a Sister Soldier book. Which book was that, man? It's the white and brown book. It got a white and brown cover.
Wow. A lot of people don't
Oh no, you know it's a growth. People that people because people you know they yeah, but they that's only yeah, it ain't even that. See, that you are in a whole nother state, so you really don't. You only going off of you when you say stuff like that. You going off of the few people that we both associate with. You get what I'm saying? So yeah. So you know you really be kind of squilling a little bit. But you know me, I'm a whole different person. So you know it might react a little bit, but I don't think different. I got children. You know, I'm basically you know married. Um, I'm like my life is kind of like priorities. Like priorities are really important to me. Once upon a time, I used to live for the pleasure because it was just me. You know, I still prioritize stuff because even though it was just me, I used to get up same time every day. Go even though I was going to do my dirt, my wrong, I was doing it like on schedule. Yeah. I just used to get caught up. Like I was one of the ones that it took me too many times. It took for the last time to make me realize, you know what, man, I should have been got away from this world because it wasn't getting me nowhere. I ain't getting nothing out of it. But I at the same time, I feel like I'm a master in life when it comes to like understanding. You know, I'm still learning because it's a lifelong process, but going through them trials and tribulations, I was able to grow. Like I was able to learn. Like them people that might think they better than me probably is smaller, like they way of thinking. No, I'm talking about people generally, like not personally, because it's a person that don't know you that think they better than you. You get what I'm saying? I ain't talking about no. I'm just listen, man. I'm talking right now, not to sound aggressive, but listen, man. You keep trying to cut me off, but it's about growth, man. That's all it is. Priorities. When you change your priorities, and you consider like it ain't even got to be over pleasure. You might have to reorganize your priorities. Like you might be a person that prioritize things, but are you putting the right things in order? Are they in order to make your life better? Like, are they the way that you prioritizing, is it gonna help your situation get better? Is it a solution to it? Yeah, you in a whole nother like you say, demographic. You around different people and everything.
Like if I could walk down the street with pro kids on, and I don't have to deal with people snapping jokes. I just do me, and it's like nobody out here judge me. They don't really like, and that's what it is. A lot of times you learn this trait from elementary. They snap on your shoes. They snap on.
What? Not to cut you off, my man, Speed, but that's you keep getting away from the topic, man. I think because I'm kind of I'm gonna go and we gonna come to a close on the show tonight. Not because we kind of getting off topic, tonight. It was great you calling in though. We had a good discussion. That was we gonna put that together because I want to get some questions together. Like I want to really do an interview with you because I see you want to talk about some things. So soon, maybe not the next show, but a show soon. We gonna put together an interview. God willing, we here to make that interview happen. But again, tonight's show, was sponsored by Be Here Cleveland. Local, if you're trying to promote the Cleveland or you want to promote your Cleveland business, check us out. BeHereCleveland.com is where it's at. Your own local ad placement, online directory, and soon to be event planning. Hosting events through Be Here Cleveland, Deshaun's marketing company. And my man, the Spig, I call him Spig. He say Spago, but ever since I seen it, I've been calling him Spig, man. So that means that's my buddy, you know. That's my buddy, right? You know, we go back and forth like that. Y'all really, we was really peaceful tonight. Yeah, but I was trying to keep him on track. We know priorities over pleasure. He wanted to get into his life, his testimonial, like he said, but I wasn't about to let him take my show over that I done started. Now I give him a date so we could talk to the Spig man. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, we done been through some things. We trying to grow. You know, we done bumped our heads. We feel like we done bumped them. Like, we can't keep bumping heads, man. We better than that, man. We started off different than the average. Let's get back on course, man, because we was like kind of dreamers, creatives.
Let me say this.
Yeah.
I ain't trying to end your show.
No, you come on.
For anybody, you know, that's out there that's aspiring to do something in life, man, you know, there ain't individuality about me. Be yourself, first of all. That's priorities over pleasure. Like, be yourself. Don't, because you see a girl find things or you see a person that's doing that, whether people like it or not, do you, and believe me, like, when you most hate it, you most love, man. That's it. It's like, keep moving forward, and that's my thing on Mr. 24/7, 365. I ain't trying to plug that. This is always forward, never backwards. And no matter what goes on or what happens in the past, I just keep going forward. My feet have to move. If my feet don't move, I might as well lay behind the dumpster somewhere. And that's just the way I move, man. I don't know what everybody else, you know, I used to do things in different ways. Actually, I got happy feet at one point. And I don't really have happy feet.
Yeah, we gon' that was some good game, man. We gonna keep some of that. We want to say that for the interview, man. We gonna give you a personalized interview, man. The Think and Reflect show, the first interview with my homeboy Spig Spago. Yeah, tonight's show. Tonight's show was sponsored by Be Here Cleveland. Make sure you get that ad placement, starting as low as $19.99 and lower, depending on the package. You get it? A Deshaun's Marketing Company. But again, I appreciate Darren, Mr. 24/7, Mr. 24/7, 357, right? 365. Mr. 24, because I just, you know, I don't have to read it. I already see it. So Mr. 24, 365. Ain't this a hat or underscore in there somewhere?
Nah.
No, it is an underscore somewhere.
It's a Mr. underscore 360.
Yeah, you got to put, because they'll type in another name. Somebody else probably, Mr. Underscore.
Anyway, just Google 24/7, 365. You see me. That's where I move. It's 24/7, 365. It's always forward, never backwards. And, you know, just keep pushing, man. You're going to get anywhere you want to be in this life. You got to get certain shit out your life, though. That's one thing you got to do. That's one thing I know my man's talking for real because he went through the storm like we all went through. There's a lot of
Oh yeah, I done been through a storm, but I put myself through it. That's the thing. That's where I came to. That's the only way you can fix it, man. A person can even recognize it, but if they recognize it but keep making other situations that involve others, the reasons why, that's where we continue to go wrong. Once we figure out it's all based off of the decision you make, especially after you're a grown person, an adult that done experienced a little bit, that it's no more. It ain't even no more reasons. You get what I'm saying? Like fuck the excuses.
Right, that's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah. So it's like, you know,
Hey, I appreciate your platform, man. Have me on there. Yeah, this the first show here. I mean, I might be on there, plug here and there. You know, I just want to man, because I like what he's doing.
Yeah, I appreciate you coming in. The support is always great, brother. You know, but I'm trying to get you the opportunity. But again, you can, you know, tune in every Friday, 10 o'clock live. Download the Speaker app. You can listen to us later on iHeartRadio, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Like us subscribe to our YouTube channel. We on all the social media platforms, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. Follow us, like us. Think and Reflect Podcast. That's at TNRPShow on all your social media sites. Again, I want to thank my brother Big D for calling in. We had a good little discussion. Priorities over pleasure. Think and Reflect Podcast Show. Voice your opinion. Catch you next week.